Well, a Shelby County commissioner made some questionable remarks towards the chair during the Monday's meeting. Can you guess who it was? Well, if you thought Commissioner Edmund Ford Jr., then you thought right. His point of order request to Chair Shantae Avant turned into a heated exchange between the two. Take a listen.
How about you please cease and you follow the rules? We know why you became the chair, so you could be the
Sir, that's
go ahead and be the political concubine
sir.
for the mayor.
Point of order.
He can't be down here. Come on.
Absolutely out
Point
of
of
order. Cut off his
Hey.
microphone. Cut off his microphone.
Commissioner Ford Jr. made those remarks after requesting a point of order from Commissioner Avant. Now, as you heard, the interaction escalated into Ford Jr. calling Avant the Shelby County mayor's political concubine. Several Memphis and Shelby County leaders reacted on social media following that outburst. Commissioner Mikel Lowry described those remarks as unacceptable in his Facebook post and is proposing a resolution to have commissioners removed by a supermajority vote if the chair determines their conduct or actions violate the standards. So, Sam, I'm it up to you here. Quite an outburst there. Just decorum. When we talk about decorum, is this the way that elected leaders should be behaving?
Well, it's not my job to tell anyone how to behave. I'm just a simple reporter. But I think that it definitely, like, we're talking about this right now. We're talking about how somebody's throwing insults rather than the function of government, and that's probably not the best thing for residents.
Your reactions, Otis?
Well, I'll try to be as succinct as I possibly can here. It was disgraceful, but it was typical of his behavior, both on the county commission and even going back to his city council days. He loves to throw bombs, and it was just disgraceful and despicable. And I'll add this. Yes, it has been roundly criticized, but only Charlie Caswell that night spoke up and called it out for what it was. So I'm sort of critical of everybody else on the commission in real time for not denouncing and criticizing Edmund Ford Jr. for what was clearly a despicable and disgraceful comment.
Yeah, a lot of people under Mikel Lowry's Facebook comment, which was the next day, said the same thing. Why didn't you call it out in real time?
In real time.
A lot of those reactions mentioned how this is kind of like following a trend of targeting women in power. So, Deidre, of course, I want to ask you, being two of the women at this table, just how do you feel about that perspective?
Very unprofessional, very sexist, very misogynistic. He should be censured. He should be censured. As the first Black woman to chair the county commission, and Chairman Shantae Avant is the third, that type of behavior should not be tolerated. Every county commissioner should have been appalled and said something. Kudos to Commissioner Caswell, but this type of behavior is unacceptable. He won't see this isn't the last of it. Do you think women in Memphis and Shelby County are going to stand for this type of behavior from any elected official? No. He'll hear about it.
Okay. Now, one point of order of that meeting, that when we get down to the business of it, which is important, was about the $45 million loan that the commissioners approved, and that had to deal with some budget concerns that Mayor Harris is pointing to the Memphis Safe Task Force operations costing taxpayer money. So, Sam, you know quite a bit of this. Clarify this for us. Are taxpayers responsible for operations of the Memphis Safe Task Force?
Well, yes and no. I mean, obviously, people going into the jail, taxpayers pay Shelby County Sheriff's Office personnel that are in the jail. Absolutely. They pay MPD officers. They're paying Tennessee Highway Patrol officers. Absolutely. But the reason the county needs to loan itself money is not probably because of the Memphis Safe Task Force. It's much more likely because of the lumpiness that county revenue comes in. Taxes are due in February, okay? But the county has needs now. The fiscal year begins on July 1st.
Right.
The county every year runs down its cash every single year. It needs to do something like this. This year, it just doesn't have the fund balance, the rainy day account to do it, so it needs to turn to the debt service to do this. So there isn't a lot of clarity as to how the task force contributed to this. The county it spends about $48 million a month. It doesn't get $48 million a month in even revenue. It gets really hundreds of millions of dollars in December, January, and February, and that's where the revenue comes from. So they need to get to January and February. They were running down their cash reserves before the task force showed up.
So, but
This
Sam.
is the last point. Sorry, we're running out
Oh,
of time.
okay.
No, you're good. Go
No, I was going to say, but Sam, I thought that, there's state prisoners that I think Mayor Harris is saying that the state still owes Shelby County government and they haven't paid them for those that they're housing.
Sure.
Is that an issue?
Sure, I mean, that's definitely going to contribute, but when we're talking about the function of a whole government here,
Yeah.
that's not what is running down the amount of money. It's just that Shelby County hasn't collected your and my tax dollars yet.
Yeah, I got an email about mine yesterday.
And unfortunately, that business was kind of tucked under all of what had been Ford Jr. had to say at that meeting. All right, thank you all for joining us. Of course, this was a great panel, and thank you for watching. Hope you'll join us next week for ABC24 This Week.